Joe, I want to take you back to WCW for a minute. WCW was after Raw, right? The Raw appearances were first.
That's right. We were on Raw for 2 months, and it was just awesome. You know what I mean? I got so many fresh stories. But when we got to WCW, that's when we fucking had fun. Holy shit! If we were having fun in WWF at the time, man, we had a fucking blast in WCW.
Why? What was the big?
And I'm sorry to cut you off. And I forgot to say earlier about my point about the laws of attraction or the powers of positive thinking or the secret. We quit wrestling when fans start showing up with the cameras, right? So we stopped thinking about wrestling. But after we had our first platinum record, F called us and said, "We want you to make the ring music for Jim Johnson call." Said he wants us to make the ring music for the oddities. And we were like, "Motherfuckers, do you know we wrestle?" You know what I'm saying? And they were like, "Huh?" And so we flew out to Stanford and fucking wrestled for him. You know what I mean? Me and Joey wrestled Tom Pritchard, and we wrestled each other. And then we debuted at fucking SummerSlam. You know what I mean? Check this craziness out. So we're about to debut at SummerSlam. We get there, and we're like, we need a mirror to paint up. You know what I mean? So they stick us in a fucking room. The only two people behind us in this big ass locker room with all these mirrors is Stone Cold and Undertaker going over the main event that night. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, what the fuck are we doing in here? You know what I'm saying? Vince Russo put us in there. If I was one of them, I'd be like, excuse me, you mind getting these two fucking clowns the fuck out of here? You know what I mean? Me and Joey felt so incredibly fucking awkward in there, man. But we painted up nearly shitting our panties with them two putting a match together behind us. But yeah, so we did that, and we ended up leaving because
wasn't there a deal with your selling your record? They were going to sell your record or something. There was a deal.
No, they were giving us like $2,000 each to be there, right?
Right.
Every time we came. But we were missing tour dates. You know what I'm saying? Not missing, we were loving it coming there. But technically, we kept having to fly out from our tour. You know what I'm saying? And luckily, they were doing it every other week. You know what I'm saying? Because they would film. You get what I'm saying?
Tape
1 week
one.
was
They put
live,
one in the can.
next week but anyway, we did that for 2 months, and we kept saying, "Listen, man, this is awesome. We're getting all this exposure." But the thing is, most of these new fans we're getting, they don't really know we're actually rappers. Like, we don't have anything they don't actually know we have product in the store. You know what I mean? They might think it's just a gimmick, and it is a gimmick, but you get my point.
Yeah.
We said, fuck the money, just play the video. And so Russo was like, all right, let me talk to him. Then he's like, all right, we'll do it. Next week it's going to play. Next week it's going to play. He kept saying that for like literally the last month, probably the last five shows we did for him.
So that's what it was. They were going to air your music video. That's what it was.
No, just a 30-second commercial.
Oh, a commercial for the record. Okay.
We were like, that's all we want. You know what I'm saying? Don't pay us. Just air that 30-second commercial we got where it says available at Coconuts or whatever. You get what I'm saying? So they know we really got music on. That's all we want. And he was like, done deal, done deal. I don't know why he kept fucking lying. And that's why I want to get on a podcast with him. Remember, I was telling you, I want to be like, bro, admit it. You kept saying that. And that's why when we met again in WCW, he was cool. Even though we walked out of WWE, we got there, we were told what we're going to do. Our manager was like, walk out. They didn't air it last night. Walk out. They were supposed to air it last night. They didn't. Walk out. And we were like, all right, we're paying up and everything. We walked out. But when we got Sam again in WCW, there was no heat over that. You know what I mean? Because he came in as a boss over there. But it wasn't like, get rid of ICP. I ain't fuck with them. They're unreliable. They walked out on me. You get what I'm saying? There was no heat.
I bet you Russo didn't make that call. I bet you it was Dunn. I bet you Kevin Dunn was the one because he's in the truck. He's the one that's going to fucking play it or not.
Yeah, but Russo's mouth was the one saying it was a done deal.
Yeah, because he was writing TV and putting you guys in it. The last thing he wanted to do was to fucking have to rewrite. He had that shit timed out.
But we had so much fucking fun, man. It was such a fucking huge honor. I thank Russo, man. I'd blow that motherfucker. I'm so grateful that he brought us in. You know what I'm saying? Maybe
It got you. No, but you got in with us, man, and it was completely different at that time. Our shit was. I used to go to work at WCW. Didn't feel fucking pressure and shit, man.
Everybody was way cooler. Everything was